following is a presentation of RS Wolves TV.
Welcome back to Jim Holt Court here on RS Wolves TV. We're going to have a great matchup between the Mount Vernon Mountaineers and your Reed Spring Wolves. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Welcome back to RS Wolves TV here on Jim Holt Court. We have our starting six getting ready. Looks like we're going to be having Hannah Rogers from the Wolves Lady Volleyball team serving first. And there's the first serve of the game. And a good hit. Looks like we're going to have number 8, Macy West, the sophomore, to serve first. A good save by Hannah Rogers, but Will's not able to make anything out of it. Another serve by Macy. A nice play by Shelby Ablins, able to just dump it over the net. Get another score for the Wolves. Shelby with the serve. Looks like we never got number 12, Jordan Duncan, to serve for the Lady Mountaineers. And a good hit by Kennedy Brown is going to bring the Wolves within 2 points of tying it up. Kaylin Kite, not a serve. Ooh, and just a little bit of a miscue by the Mount Vernon Mountaineers. It's going to tie this game at 5. Number 12 is back to serve. Jordan Duncan again. Now the senior, number 2, Abby Moschner to serve. And a little mistake by Mount Vernon is going to bring the Wolves to the first lead of this game. The Mount Vernon defense there. Number 23, Riley Sadler, is not able to make the play here. Number 6, Avery Swillem, the freshman outside hitter, is going to be serving for the Mount Vernon Mountaineers right now. And a good play by Kennedy Brown. Number 5 and number 10, Cameron Cornell and Cheyenne Bieber got a little bit shaken up on that play. Hopefully they're all right. Looks like both players are going to be alright. Maybe just a little bit shaken up by that last play. Good hit by Mount Vernon. Fortunately, just outside. Good save by Kennedy, able to keep the play alive. Another great save. Having Monster now with the save. Good by number 10, and the Wolves finally able to come with the point. And number 1, Reese Hopper, the junior, libero. And a little miscue by Shelby Evans. Going to bring Mount Vernon just within 1 point. Ooh, just a little bit of miscue. The Lady Wolves and the Mount Vernon Mountaineers, just with a few key mistakes, they're keeping this game very competitive and consistent. But the Wolves, we have seen time and time again that they are a very good team, but just making a few too many mistakes. Let Mount Vernon stay in this game. And a good play by the Wolves. Good dig by Reese there. Reese just not able to come with the ball there. Number 8, Macy West, the sophomore, playing varsity, seems to be their number 1 player. Seen a lot of good sets and hits from her. Another serve by Macy. And another mistake by the Wolves. Mount Vernon still capitalizing.
If somebody calls a timeout, are we talking to commercial or am I just sitting there? Gracias.
And another mistake by the Wolves, and that's what I was expecting, a timeout being called. Crystal's going to go over to check to make sure number 10 Cheyenne Beaver is alright. But the Wolves aren't going to be able to continue to let this Mount Vernon Lady Mountaineers team continue this streak like they are. Here on RS Wolves TV, we don't just stream volleyball. On Thursday, we will be streaming a home softball game at the Little Breezy. It will be starting at 4:30, and then JV will be to follow. And then the stream team will be going out to Aurora to stream the varsity football game there at Aurora, Missouri. That kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. We'll go live at 6:55. Saved by Hannah. So if you aren't going to be able to make it out to the Aurora game, we will be streaming that from Aurora, and a great ace by Mount Vernon. Cheyenne Beaver with a great ace there. Caitlin Kite will be serving for your Reed Spring team. Caitlin Kite was such a senior-heavy team last year. Didn't see a lot of varsity time, but with only 3 seniors this year and being a very good only sophomore, she will see a lot of play time this year. Now the senior Jordan Duncan up to serve. Abby Moshner with the serve. Sorry guys, love you. A good hit by Kennedy. Hannah sets up Kennedy, and a great hit by Kennedy. Bringing the lead within 1. No, I've never played volleyball, but I've followed sports all my life, and this Lady Wolves team can't let Mount Vernon continue to do this. Like, they keep coming back, and then Mount Vernon keeps coming back, and Mount Vernon with that long streak. I don't think they can continue this. Mount Vernon may just run it up on them all night. A dump there by Hannah Rogers, and what a mistake by Mount Vernon, not one that we've seen a lot. Both teams within 5 points of finishing up this first set. Ooh. Just a little mistake there. And a little mistake by the senior, Kennedy Brown.
Wrestling is fun.
Good play there by Mount Vernon. Number 8, Macy West will be serving. And the Wolves and the Mount Vernon Mountaineers just keep trading points. We're going to need something big and fast from... Ooh. Time out here. It's a very close game between the Mount Vernon Mountaineers and your Reed Spring Wolves.
Ryan, I don't think I can stall through. Can you toss on boring?
We're going to have Shelby Evans serving here. Hopefully we can see a good ace by Shelby Evans. And a good eye by Reed Spring team. And And a good save there by number 4, Neely Heim. And a good play there by Kennedy Brown. Looks like we've got another timeout. Both coaches seem to be saying pretty much the same thing. We're in this game. We just need to pick it up, figure out what we're doing wrong, figure out what we're doing right, and do it. A good serve there by and a great play there by Riley Sadler, able to bring the Wolves to the lead again. Just one more point, and we can close out this first set. I don't like to make assumptions too early in a game, make them for too far in the future, but I could definitely see this game going to 4 and possibly even 5 sets. Both these teams are very evenly matched. Trading points here. And Mount Vernon will take the first set, 27-25. Number 8, Macy West with the serve. And a good play there by Shelby Evans. Starting the second set off right. Number 27, Hannah Rogers with the serve. And a good hit by number 5. And it's blocked. And a good dump off by Hannah Rogers. Good setup by Hannah Rogers and a good hit out by Abby Moschner. Number 10, Shelby Evans to serve. Both teams playing exceptionally well, it seems like, in the second set. Mount Vernon able to make it tied again. It's the first time since the start of this set. But Wolves not going to have it. Going to bring it up by 1. Sophomore number 3, Kaylin Cactus. Mount Vernon able to bring the lead up to 2. Just a bit of a miscue by Mount Vernon. And the Wolves are going to make it tied one more time. Mount Vernon did take the first set, and we're going to need something quick and very efficient by the Wolves to get this lead back. I know you're going to say, it's only a 3-point lead. Yeah, but this Mount Vernon team is very efficient in the way that they play. Good set there by Reese Hopper. Good dunk by Riley.
And a great block by Hannah Rogers and Riley Sadler. Wolves almost able to make something out of the play. Are not able to, and it's going to bring the lead to 5. And we're going to go with a timeout here.
And good serve by the libero, Paige Evans, number 3. Looks like that timeout by Coach Barry was good to rally the troops, figure out what we need to fix, get this game back in gear. And a good hit by number 12, Jordan Duncan, a senior. Gonna break the tie. Mount Vernon takes the lead. And a good hit there by Shelby Evans. Not able to make anything of it, but a great hit nonetheless. Hannah sets up Kennedy Brown, the senior, who just recently got 500 career kills. Congratulations to Kennedy. And another timeout. Mount Vernon with the lead by 4. Mount Vernon definitely has the momentum. Reed Spring looking to shift that. We'll see coming out of this timeout what's going to happen.
Number 10, Cheyenne Beaver, the sophomore, is going to be serving. Good serve. And a great hit by Shelby Evans. Shelby will be serving for the Reed Spring Wolves. And a good hit. Nobody was home. Mount Vernon brings the deficit to just 2. And a great play by the Wolves, bringing the deficit to just 1 point. Wolves not able to make the save. Mount Vernon comes to just 4 points away from sealing this set. Sophomore number 3, Kaylin Kite. Brings the deficit to just 1. Hopefully she can bring us into the lead and possibly close out this set. Kaylin ties it up. Both teams now just 4 points away from sealing this set. But Mount Vernon, Lady Mountaineers have something to say about that. They say, this is our set. Number 6, Avery Swillem, the freshman. Now number 2, the senior, Abby Moshner to serve. Wolves, not able to make the save. It's been stupendous playing by both teams. Both teams looking to close out this set right now. Mount Vernon don't celebrate too soon. Now that's grounds for celebration. Mount Vernon comes within just 1 point of sealing this set. And that is it for the second set. 25-22. Mount Vernon with 2 sets. Hopefully the Wolves are able to figure out what they need to fix coming into this third set. Mount Vernon coming into this third set looking to close the match out entirely. But if the Wolves want any chance of winning this, they will have to push it to 5 sets. Wolves team, only 3 seniors, but a very experienced Eastern Wolves volleyball team. Certainly could go to 5 sets, but it'd be a long night of volleyball, everyone. that's how you want to start the third set if you're a Mount Vernon fan. A very long set. Not set, I'm sorry, very long point there. Mount Vernon able to capitalize. Just don't pass over by Kennedy Brown. And a rocket of a hit there by Mount Vernon. I would not be on the receiving end of that ball. The Wolves finally get on the board. Shelby now getting his number 10, the sophomore, not a hit. And the Lady Wolves finally able to tie it up at 3-3 here in this third set. Kaylin Kite looking to extend that into a good, healthy lead. Very long point here. The Wolves have their first lead of this third set. Very nice point. Very long point, but very nice point nonetheless. There by the Wolves and the Mountaineers. The Wolves extending the lead thanks to Kaylin Kite. Mount Vernon now answering Kaylin Kite's lead. Good hit there by Kennedy Brown. Gonna keep the Wolves up by 3. A timeout called. Wolves up by 4. So the Wolves could definitely win. So Mr. Locke has sat down with me at the news desk. How's the night looking for you so far, Mr. Locke?
Well, Landon, it looks like we're competitive, but Mount Vernon seems to be a really good match for us. I think physically we're pretty even matched. I think that we've had a few mishaps that have cost us. I don't think it's a lot, and I think Mount Vernon has capitalized on those. But I don't think it's over. Obviously we're ahead 8-5, and we're capable of winning these sets. So it's, in my opinion, kind of boiling down to which team wants it more, and who stays focused and communicates with each other and does the fundamental things that a team needs to do to put the points on the board. I think volleyball seems to be very emotional. When things are going good, things are good, and you feed on that momentum more so than you would with other sports maybe, because it's so fast and so intense, and the tide can change so quickly. And so, a couple of really good volleys, a couple of really good sets and spikes, and good communication that just works perfectly can kind of change the tone of the set. And I think that right now, maybe the Wolves are kind of leaking back into that mentality where they're starting to get their communication back, and that forces things on Mount Vernon to perform better, and sometimes that pressure changes the dynamics of the game a little bit. So our Lady Wolves seem to be on a run, so hopefully that'll continue, and that momentum will continue to come our way. You've watched the game a lot closer than I have. You've seen the previous 2 sets. Does Mount Vernon have a girl that's just dominating, or is it collective effort? I mean, do they have that one special girl?
It's definitely a collective effort, but I've noticed number 8, Macy West, a sophomore, and number 10, Cheyenne Bieber, also a sophomore, are really their go-to people for sets and point scoring.
Okay.
I don't think the Wolves really have a go-to person or
No, we seem very
cohesive.
Yeah, I think our girls have a great relationship on the court. I think they do well together. They like each other. Obviously, they work well together. In the past, we've kind of had a couple of girls that have really stood out. Bella Fuller, was an amazing volleyball player for East Spring. But I think that we have a lot of really talented girls on the team, and I think they share that spotlight, occasionally. Kennedy Brown will rise to the top and do a lot of really good stuff, and then she'll share that with, maybe a Watson or or whoever. I mean, all the girls on the floor are capable of stepping in and doing that. So I think you're right. I don't think we have one superstar, but I think we have several that are very, very talented girls. Well placed shot. Momentum seems to be kind of neutral right now. It seems like both teams are trying and making some gains, but can't quite get broken free.
Mount Vernon starting to pull momentum just a little bit towards their side.
I would think Coach Berry's close to pulling the trigger on a timeout. There's a couple of really well-placed shots by Mount Vernon, our girls. You don't want to get that. Oh, as I speak it, here we go. Our girls put one down the middle. Pretty evenly matched game.
I have noticed tonight especially, Kaylin Kite is somebody that you can put in to serve and can consistently get you 2 to 3 points very easily.
And Kevin's a sophomore, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So we've got some youth on the floor. I saw Shelby on the floor.
Shelby's an outstanding player, even a sophomore.
Yeah, I think getting the time on the floor with some of these older girls, with more experience, kind of builds the confidence of those younger girls, and they come in and it really, really offers some opportunities for growth for the future too. So. Kaylin getting it done, serving. I had Kaylin and Shelby in class last year, and they are characters. They're a lot of fun. They really are. Good girls. Had Kennedy a couple of years ago. Kennedy was also a character. A lot of fun to have in class. Most of these girls, they're fun to play with.
Mm-hmm.
They come into class and they're ornery and good students, but quick to jab at me and play with me, and it's a lot of fun.
They're very energetic, and I don't say that in a bad way.
No, they're a lot of fun. Good girls.
Vernon able to make something out of what looked like a wasted point.
There's that momentum is just kind of ebb and flow back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And neither team can seem to break out of the 3 or 4 point. They'll go 3 or 4 points and then it kind of goes the other way. We really want to try and get the. We've got it going right now. 4-point deficit. We need to push this open a little bit farther and see if we can get broke free from them, where we can kind of control the game. Again, I would expect that Mount Vernon coach calling a timeout soon would be the case. You know a lot of the girls on this team from years past, right? You've kind of grown up with these girls.
I do.
Have they been playing together since they were really little?
Yeah. Kaylin did move in, or was homeschooled for a while, but a lot of these girls, like Shelby Evans, Faith Aquerto, Adele Barr, Leah Irvin, Peyton Seifert, Will Briscoe, and even most of the freshmen have been playing together for almost all their life. So on and off the court, looks like probably a timeout by Mount Vernon coach.
We knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Got to stop the bleeding. The deficit was getting a little too broad there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these girls don't just build their relationship on the court, they build it off of the court too. So they are able to tell what's wrong with each other on and off the court, and that builds a relationship where on the court you can play with each other and not have to talk. You know what each other are going to do.
It's like our camera guys are having a lot of fun looking for the faculty. It's like Coach Cagle walking out. It looks like he's headed to the concession stand. Maybe get some nachos or something.
It's
and,
like Coach Constantine's just sitting there.
It's fun to see the faculty here supporting the girls, wanting to be part of it. And we've got a pretty good rivalry with Mount Vernon in terms of every sport, I think. I know baseball's rivalry, football certainly is rivalry.
Ooh, yeah, we weren't too much of rivals 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
but
5 or 6 years ago, Mount Vernon was just another Big 8 team,
but then
we had
they started beating us in districts, and we did not like that.
No.
So it was always, we're playing Mount Vernon in districts. Well, that's going to be a tough game.
So it, if you have one sport that gets real passionate, it kind of bleeds over into those other sports. And I think there's some competitive nature going on here between the two teams, more so than just your average game. I like that. I think it's fun to have those rivals and see when they come in and really want to, go tooth and nail with us.
Yep, Mount Vernon will be the last game that we play for the regular season for football. It will be at Mount Vernon on RS Wolves TV. It will be 2 weeks from Friday.
Abby Moschner getting it done serving. So that was a better run for us. We put a 7-point deficit now. We're a little bit more of a command, a little bit of room to breathe. That two sets that they put on us, it's going to make it a little tougher. I've noticed that our girls are kind of a comeback team. The other night we streamed the game where they played.
They made it to 5 sets. They weren't able to close it out.
That was the night we played Branson.
Yeah, Branson.
And they put 2 on us right away, and then we came back and put 2 back. And when you think the girls are done, they find another gear and they dig deep and they come back. And kind of looks like what's happening again tonight.
Yeah, Mount Vernon known for their football team and their boys athletics. Branson's known for their volleyball. Parents will send their kids to Branson, especially transfer them if they're good at volleyball, because they've just built this almost high school dynasty of consistent good seniors and underclassmen, and they have a great coach.
They've got some young teams that they've developed, and they're got some continuity coming up. That's good. Now, when Kennedy's serving, is she stuck on the back row? Does she have to stay back there? Do you know?
No, anybody with a non-off colored jersey, so on Mount Vernon,
Anybody but the libero?
Okay. The libero has to play back row, and
Okay.
if she were to move up, she'd have to be taken out.
Because I would think they would want Kennedy up where she could, get some of those power hits in.
Yeah, they want her mostly back row and definitely not in the middle of front row, because then she's not able to run up.
Right. It's interesting how much strategy is involved in the players and where they're positioned and their specific skills. Where the hitters come from the sides on the front. Good dig.
And you'll notice on almost every single coach that when players are just standing there waiting to serve, they're not just, they're breathing, getting ready to serve, but they're watching, because coaches will have a signal of where they want them to serve.
Oh, really?
Because coaches will watch, okay, who is not.
So they're telling them where to put the ball. Cool.
Yeah, see, Miss Barry told Reese to put it right in the middle, because
That's nice defense right there.
Because like in baseball, you just want to get a hit, but in football, you're not just gonna say run. you're going to say, okay, play this play, try and get this hole open.
Well, that's not entirely true. Baseball, they target specific places.
That's...
You know, if you've got a runner on first, you know, they might lay down a bunt to move that runner, and where they place that, you know, or runner at second, they're going to lay the ball down the third base side to bring that third baseman in, so the runner can get to third. And, you know, there's some strategy in that. I think it's consistent across the board. I think the same thing's going on here.
Especially high school and up.
Yeah, they're learning the more specific strategy, the next level. Mount Vernon's not giving up.
Mount Vernon still has a firm hold on that momentum with 2 sets back to back.
I'm guessing that's a Reed Spring timeout.
I would guess so.
Yeah, Miss Barry just let them, like she's saying, we're in this. We're 3 points away from scoring our first set, so we can't be making these mistakes.
Well, and I think she's saying specifically, you know, this is where they're strong, and we need to be stronger there, and we need to defend this. And certainly, you know, where we can score, and you know what has worked, she's probably looking to reproduce those situations.
Wolves only 3 points away from scoring their first set, but I would not sleep on Mount Vernon.
No. They're right there.
Just to, and a great kill there.
Yeah, that was a great serve.
Number 3, Paige Evans, the junior libero for Mount Vernon. Another great serve.
Really good defense up front.
Yeah.
They've got that momentum and that confidence going right now, so they're gonna.
They realize they win this, that night's over.
Well, and I think, you know, on the floor, you've got to consider every volley has got to be what you're concentrating on. You can't be thinking we're going to win. It's got to be we got to win this point, and just keep next point. We got to win this point, and just work 1 point at a time. Our girls have got to get control of the volley and play their style.
No, yeah, but we can definitely see that Mount Vernon is coming back, and that's going to be a no-no for this Reed Spring team.
And great effort, good volley.
Mount Vernon, it was 22-18. Now it's 22-22.
Right, and there's a Reed Spring timeout for sure.
Mount Vernon jumping around, clapping, high-fiving.
Well, and I think Coach Perry's trying to upset that momentum, trying to, you know, cool them off a little maybe. Kind of ice the kicker mentality, you know, trying to say, let's go ahead and.
That's the thing that comes to mind, yeah.
So, again, collectively, they've got to work as one. So she's got to be giving them some inspirational, you know, communicate with each other.
Miss Baird grew up in Riverton, Kansas, and then played 4 years at Missouri State Southern.
At Southern.
Yeah.
Okay. Joplin girl. Good school. The Lions, is that right? Southern Lions.
Yeah, Miss Barry.
Now Riverton's on our schedule.
They are.
For softball.
Volleyball. They are.
I think they are for softball too.
I'm not sure.
I think they are. I talked to Coach Walker about that. Is that the link? Is that because we were all curious? You know, how in the world did Riverton? Where is Riverton?
It's just across the Kansas border. I don't know why we're playing a Kansas team. Miss Barry may have pulled some strings or something, but
well, I was looking for a connection. I hadn't found one, but now that you say that, that would be maybe she has contacts that could connect. And Riverton, from what I've understood, is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It's not like, you know, a suburb of Joplin or something. It's a little farther out.
Yep.
So they're going to have to travel to play anyway.
Yeah. It's about 75 miles, and now we're tied up again. And Mount Vernon has the lead by 1, but momentum is almost for sure in their favor.
But no, I drove the cross-country team to East Newton a couple of weeks ago, and Riverton was there.
Wow.
And I thought, is this a new school? All of a sudden I'm seeing Riverton. So,
Yeah, Miss Barry grew up there, and
so that very well may be our connection to Riverton. It's good to know.
yeah, I was talking to her today through passing period, and she was saying that Riverton is 25-1 in this season.
In volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
So we need to,
we
we need to be prepared for that matchup.
Mount Vernon is a very good team, but we're just making a few small mistakes that are leading to big things, but we're not going to be able to play
Now,
incorrectly.
seeing Shelby Evans on the serve, didn't she have an incident in PE or something last week where she hit her elbow or something happened, and then I saw her in the hallway and we were talking, and she said that whatever happened kind of made her dizzy, kind of woozy.
Oh,
And I was a little worried about her because she's usually pretty sharp, and she looked like she was had maybe taken a little shot.
yeah, last Friday, I was going to 6th hour. I have 6th hour political science with Mr. Seago, great teacher, and she was sitting in his political science class too, and he had said that she had slipped and hit her head on a chair, and the nurse had to go in and make sure she didn't have a concussion.
Right,
and
right.
I wasn't sure if she was sent home or not, but it was a little scary because she's a key aspect of this Wolves team. And number 3, Kaylin Kite out to serve, hoping to extend it to the 4th set. And that will tie it at 26. Number 12, Jordan Duncan, the senior, out to serve.
Ouch. You know that she's not happy about that. You know she's not happy. No.
Kaylin's not making the same mistake again.
No, she was tuned in for that one. These two teams match up nice. There's some good volleys going on here. Oh
And that's the game, everyone.
my. Those are tougher, Landon. Those are tougher because they're so close. And, a 3-0 loss does not define how we played and did not define how close that set was.
No, that
It's unfortunate, but our girls, those were close sets.
those are very close sets.
And those teams, if we played this game again tomorrow night, and it could easily have been 3 sets for Reed Spring instead of Mount Vernon. I hope we see Mount Vernon again soon. I hope we get to see them this season because I think it will look a little different. I do. Mount Vernon played well. I'm not taking anything away from Mount Vernon. They earned that win. But I think we're evenly matched, and I think the outcome, coming back having lost 3-0, I think our girls are going to be really, really hungry. And I think the outcome will be a little different. So
I like it. Well, that is your game. Wolves did lose 3-0 against Mount Vernon Mountaineers. That's everything for us on RS Wolves TV. Catch us Thursday at 4:30 at the Little Breezy for the softball game for varsity, and then on Friday we will be at Aurora. Kickoff at 7 o'clock for the varsity football game. That's all we have.